in private schools.
But look how much it'll help poor children.
And those left behind.
Yeah, man.
Nobody in this county.
And they get to pick who they want to go. You know, and like I said, that leaves public schools.
How many did they end up issuing?
20,000?
How many kids are in the state of Tennessee?
About a million.
That helps.
And the teacher bonuses that your school board has to sign
How many
on
kids
to
have left?
vouchers for your teachers to get a bonus.
What I'd like to know is it gonna apply, like if you go to Maryville, Alcoa, or tuition public school, would that go full-time tuition if you want to go to Maryville, Alcoa?
No.
Buddy's not coming tonight.
Only school in Loudon County is First Avenue.
Then are they gonna uphold the separation of church and state?
Because you don't need her, okay?
Stop the money.
You lonely over there?
I'll come sit with you.
No.
She's not that,
I
not
don't
that
want you over
lonely?
there. In fact, we're gonna put you outside.
I'll come right down
I
and
said,
sit right
Tammy's
with
gonna
you.
come sit with
Everybody
me,
behind.
because you don't need her as much as I do, right?
That's true.
Hey, Aaron,
Okay.
Aaron, you want us all to scoot down and sit
You
over
just
here?
come up here. No, come on, no, I got
We'll
room.
put you up here.
We used to have so many people up here, you couldn't even get us all up here. We had the county attorney used to sit up here. It was quite crowded in there.
I remember there was a table that sit here and one over there, maybe.
The Disabilities Act, because we don't have a ramp.
We moved these back and forth for whatever reason.
The officials, handicapped officials.
Well, that one's easy.
You ready, Aaron?
That one's too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call the Loudon County Commission meeting
Tammy.
for February 3rd, 2025 to order. First up is a public hearing. Jim Jenkins, you're on.
Thank you, Commissioners. Item A through I will be rezoning amendments to the Loudon County zoning map, Loudon County, Tennessee, pursuant to Chapter 7, 13-7-105 of the Tennessee Code Annotated.
Hey, Jim,
Yes,
tonight,
sir.
County Commission, fellow commissioners, I know we've kind of shortened this up on the second reading, but we all can read. And like I said, like tonight, that's a lot. I mean, is it necessary for Jim to have to read that to us?
This part, I think it is. This is the true public hearing, isn't it?
It is,
Yes.
sir.
I think at this meeting, at the workshop, no, but this one, the public hearing, I think by law.
Somebody's gotta read it out loud.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Go ahead, Jim, I'm
I
trying to
have
help
tried to
you.
consolidate a little bit.
I'm trying to help.
The next, when we get an agenda, it's way shorter.
Yeah, it's ABC.
Yes. So item A will be to rezone from A1 agricultural forestry district to R2 multifamily residential district, Loudon County tax map 044, parcels 6128, 6129, 6130, located at 700 Friendsville Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 3rd legislative district. This did go through planning commission for recommendation. There was a caveat to this request that, these road standards that we will be discussing, Lord willing, in the February workshop, they were a part of this recommendation. So if those road standards didn't pass, they didn't really have a recommendation. Item B will be to rezone from A2 F1 Rural Residential District Floodway District to A3 F1 Developing Agricultural District Floodway District, Loudon County Tax Map 28, Parcel 71, located at 22606 Hills Chapel Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 5th Legislative District, approximately 1.56 acres only. This was recommended by the Planning Commission. C will be to rezone from A2 Rural Residential District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 56, Parcel 178, located at 930 Corn Church Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 4th Legislative District. I believe this did come with recommendation. This is about 2-month-old request from December. I believe he's looking to create another lot at this property.
If I remember right, he was just gonna create one lot to try to sell,
I
correct?
believe so, yes, sir.
One acre lot,
Yes, sir.
okay.
D is to rezone from A2 Rural Residential District to CFD Community Facilities District, Loudon County Tax Map 17, parcel 5504, located at North Shore Drive, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 6th Legislative District. This was recommended by the Planning Commission.
CFD, what are they gonna put there?
Cemetery.
Item E will be to rezone from A1 Rural Agricultural Forestry District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 39, parcels 8702, located at 600 Bradshaw Hollow Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated 4th Legislative District. This was recommended by the Planning Commission. This is a parcel that the map was created. They had to do some lot
They're
line
just moving lot
adjustments.
lines.
They are, yes, sir.
Yep.
F will be to rezone from A2 Rural Residential District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 79, parcels 109 and 111, located at 7115 Highway 411, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in 3rd Legislative District. It was recommended, and this is for some lot line adjustments also.
7115, where is that at, where's that on 411? I think I know.
That's a long stretch of road, but there's some houses on these properties, and they're smaller lots, and they're just trying to adjust the lot lines between.
Is
the
it
parcels.
South 411 toward Von Orr on that end?
It is
have
for
to
that
be,
end, yes, sir.
okay,
But
yeah.
before the high properties.
Okay.
Item G will be to rezone from C2 General Commercial District to R1 Suburban Residential District. Map 15, parcel 215, located at 1860 Old Highway 95, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated 2nd Legislative District. This was recommended, it's being used as a residence that would prefer to continue.
Just one quick correction, that's actually in the 5th district.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll check that, Commissioner.
That's on G.
Do what?
G is on the 5th district.
Correct, yes, Highway 95, yes.
H is to rezone from A2 Rural Residential District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 35, parcel 7401, located at 3539 Vineyard Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in 3rd Legislative District. This is an old one also. I believe this is some lot line adjustments for this parcel. It was recommended.
Is there a house already?
I believe there is, Commissioner. This is from December, right? Don't fully recall. I is to rezone from A2 Rural Residential District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 5J, Group A, Parcel 26, located at 673 Montview Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 5th Legislative District. Was recommended by Planning Commission. Last is item J, a resolution adopted by Loudon County Commission to close a portion of Eagle Road located in Port Madison subdivision, located in the 1st Legislative District of Loudon County, Tennessee. It was recommended by Planning Commission, the Highway Department, Road Superintendent, had no issues. It's just releasing an unapproved right.
We'll vote on them in a few minutes. There are 2 people who've signed up for zoning comments. Crystal Todd.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Hi. One of my problems with the property is that it's on a very small road.
Which one?
Which property?
Which one?
A.
Oh, A,
Okay.
I'm sorry, A. The corner of Friendsville Road and 321. Friendsville Road is a 1-lane road, barely a 1-lane road. And I'm more wondering why the rezoning sign has disappeared a week and a half ago off of that. So a lot of people probably think it's, forgotten about or whatever. I was expecting more people here. But anyway, I have some questions. It's zoned for Greenback School. So one is, all the homes there are roughly 300,000 to 400,000, so that's variable, but they're also all on at least an 1.5 acre property. There's nothing on top of each other. It's zoned for Greenback Greenback School, will they have access for the bus to pull in, turn around? Are they gonna widen the roads? What are they gonna do about septics? What about the emergency services? You know, we have 2 volunteer Greenback Fire Departments that are in that area. And if an emergency happens, you're figuring at least 15 minutes for the volunteer firemen to get to the station. And then until everybody gets there, you're looking at least another 15 minutes till they would even get to the emergency. And there's only 1 ambulance in the whole area, and that corner of Loudon County, you guys kind of seem to forget about us a lot with the emergencies. It takes at least a half hour to get a cop. I'm sorry, but it's kind of nice living in the suburbs, but it's also not. How would they handle the septics? The sewage isn't in there yet.
Yeah, there's a sewer line that goes right.
It's going in, but it's a 10-year plan, I believe.
No, it's in.
It's in?
Sewer line all the way from Friendsville down to Glendale on 321.
Okay, well, it didn't reach across the 321. I live right across the street.
Yeah, it's that.
Alright, but, are they planning on widening the roads? With bringing in that many houses, is that going to bring in an extra grant money or anything for the school? Cause Greenback School is a very small school. I mean, that's pre-K to 12th grade in one building, and I think last year's graduating class was only like 30-some people. It's very small. So to bring in so many more, we need more grant money. We don't even have a track. The kids that wanna run track have to come to Loudon to practice. And, what about the water runoff there? There's I don't know what you call that, the ditch. I'm trying to talk fast because I know I only got 5 minutes. You know, the water for the rain and that, because that's all farmland, it runs down into that culvert or whatever. It goes through there. Are they gonna have a way of rerouting that so there's not flooding in that? And the intersection is, if you ever drove that, it's kind of tricky to kind of get out onto 321. And are they gonna widen the road so that, to handle the traffic that's gonna be there? I just have questions. I mean, I don't live far from there,
I don't either.
and
Some of the road thing, I think Mr. Waller is going to talk about some road tonight, aren't we, on the,
That's at the February workshop. This is a little bit something different.
But I mean, the county has passed an ordinance on roads that a road must be 20 foot wide from white line to white line. Now,
well,
there
there's
is,
not even a white line on that road. I
well,
mean,
there will be, so.
My
What-
husband used to work at the farm there, and I remember when he drives the truck down, it's like
So,
everybody had to get
it
over
wasn't
the
wide
road.
enough for a white line.
Yeah, so the road will definitely be wider there. But I guess the issue that still has to come in front of this commission.
I do have a problem with the 26 homes on 17 acres. It's still, you have to take some acreage away for easements, roadways, cul-de-sacs. So I mean, that's taking more property off, so they're not building on 17 acres, they're building on less than 17 acres. And to me, it smells like somebody passes gas, your neighbor's gonna know it.
Well, anytime they build something that size, along with it comes water mitigation requirements like holding ponds and drainage and all that has to be submitted and approved before they can build anything.
Okay, and now, well, right there, holding ponds, that's dangerous, you got mosquitoes, you got wandering children, which is somebody gonna be able to put a fence around in that to make sure that nobody gets into it and drowns. I mean, I'm a survivor of a drowning. Yeah, so,
Good questions. Hope we can answer them for you.
I don't know, I think I might have hit them all.
Jim, anything you wanna say?
I mean, y'all hit on everything. Obviously, if the road standards pass, the road does have to be improved, engineering design on runoff. As far as detention, that could be multiple ways of doing it. It may only have water in it during a heavy rain event. It may discharge and not hold water. I don't know the answer to that. That'll be up to engineering. Their lot size development, obviously, the development has to take into account. They're choosing this plan, which allows the 15,000 square foot minimum lot size, and it's the reason they've requested it. And that will also allow them to provide buffer from surrounding properties, so the yards and the houses may be set back further off those neighboring properties.
Can only go so far though, I mean.
That's true, it's
Got
50,000
highway
square
and-
foot, and then also, they are required by this zoning to have water and sewer connection.
Hey, Jeffrey Mark,
Hey, how's everybody doing? I mostly was up here to help out my neighbor Crystal get to the end of her list, but I do want to say one thing about this. This seems like an awful lot of houses in a real small area, in an area that doesn't have a whole lot of people. And my main concern, besides safety, which is everything that Crystal brought up, is the concern of just keeping the area, well, basically what I moved here for. I'm a pretty new neighbor for you, and I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you. But I came out here for a certain type of lifestyle, and having people live on top of each other is exactly what I escaped. So I hope you guys keep all that in mind moving forward.
thank you.
That's everything. Thank you all very much.
Not my house is being built there, so.
Okay, that concludes the public hearing and the comments. Commissioner Jenkins is going to open the meeting for us tonight.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, God, I just want to thank you for this day, Lord. Lord, as we gather here to make decisions for the county, God, I pray that you just help each one of us to be in unity tonight and making decisions for this county, God, that every decision made will be made to glorify your name, God. And Lord, I pray that you just be with each of our workers that take care of us in our police department and our fire departments, with the ambulance services, God. I pray that you just watch over them, put a hedge of protection around them, and keep them safe, Lord, as they're out doing their jobs, Lord. And Lord, we're just going to give you all the praise. We thank you and we love you, and we ask these things in your name. Amen.
Tammy, call the roll.
Randolph.
Here.
James.
Here.
Jenkins.
Here.
Quillen. Here. Satterfield.
Here.
Whitfield.
Here.
Cullen.
Here.
Morrison.
Here.
Shaver.
Here.
Waller.
Present.
Next up is the adoption of the February 3rd, 2025 County Commission agenda. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion, we adopt the agenda, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, got a motion by Commissioner Shaver. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconds from Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda's adopted. Next up is the reading and acceptance of the December 2nd, 2024 Loudon County Commission minutes and December 2024 special call meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Satterfield. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner James. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are accepted. Next up is general public comments. Pat Hunter, you're up.
My name is Pat Hunter. I reside in District 5. I'm a taxpayer and a voter. I would like to address County Commission about item number 9 under Commissioner Adam Waller. I could not find anything in the packet. Is this going to be a recommendation or will it be adopted tonight? You don't have to answer yet.
You'll find out in a little bit.
Well, I don't want you to take up my time, but anyway,
I won't.
well, you don't stop the clock. That's reality. Director of Accounts and Budgets, Aaron Rice. Item 8, consideration of recommendation for approved buying credit card scanners for county clerk in the amount $11,300. I, like many people, are anxious about this and wonder when the office will be open so we can use it. The other thing is, with regards to item D, the opioid abatement funds that are being appropriated to various organizations. I hope that we have some information about the programs and how it will benefit the opioid addiction and public. And also, I would like for other nonprofits to be considered. And I don't think they'll be considered unless we make the community aware that money's out there, and if they have programs that will benefit the community, we should know about it. And I see the sheriff is here. I hope that we get some information about the treatment of incarcerated population. I think it's real important to address the problem. And I know that Sheriff Davis, will address the problem. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Jim, you back up for the items on zoning requests.
So item A, the Springersville Road rezoning request.
Are we going to proceed with this? I thought they wanted to postpone.
That's up to you.
Just
We're asking for a postponement. They would like to postpone until we get these other items.
Make a motion that the request be postponed to a later date.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion to postpone it by Commissioner Satterfield, second by Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's postponed.
Thank you. Item B will be the rezoning request at 22606 Bills Chapel Road.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Commissioner Waller, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
C will be the rezoning request for 930 Point Church Road.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
We got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Rosemary, right?
Yes.
Got it.
What's your name?
Okay. Okay, any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
D is the rezoning request for North Shore Drive.
It's important when we're doing community facility districts that we make sure we specify what we're rezoning it for. So I'm making a motion to approve this rezone for a cemetery only under the CFD.
Second.
okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Waller to approve it, seconded by Commissioner James to approve the cemetery on North Shore Drive.
Well, hold on, let me back up. There is an existing structure that'll be used for a chapel and office and maintenance storage. Does that need to be, is that part of the cemetery in your mind, or should I include
I
that?
mean, in this circumstance, I think it's as a part of the cemetery. That's
Okay.
what we're gonna show on the site.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Item E
Motion
is,
carries.
I apologize. Item E will be the 600 Bradshaw Hollow rezoning request.
And that's strictly moving lot lines.
Yes, sir.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Randolph. Okay.
The litter bug, that's the litter bug down there.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Item F is the rezoning request for 7115 Highway 411.
Get 'em?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Satterfield, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item G is a rezoning request at 1860 Highway 95.
Make a motion, we approve G as written.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Morrison, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
H is the rezoning request for 2539 Vineyard Road.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Satterfield, seconded by Commissioner Whitfield. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I is a rezoning request for 673 Montview Road.
Make a motion, we approve I as written.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Morrison, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Finally, J is the closing portion of the right of way at Ingle and Port Madison subdivision.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
We got a motion by Commissioner James, seconded by Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Now that streamlined pretty good right there,
That
didn't
did
it?
it, yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
A little faster than I can
Even though
write.
we had to read all
Oh,
that.
Okay, Buddy's up next, but Van Shaver's gonna do it for him on the two items.
I think the, County Mayor Association is putting forth a resolution, and we've seen it, we had the workshop, asking that the state contribute more to the counties on the real estate transfer tax. That's everything that gets registered in the offices right above here. And right now, I believe we get like 5%. Used to be a lot more, and the Mayor Association maybe is asking for 50%, probably won't get it, but hoping to get some additional funding. So we've seen the resolution. I'll put it in form of a motion. We approve the mayor's request for that resolution.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Satterfield.
Every time we get money back.
This one's gonna be money, so call the roll, Tammy.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen,
Aye.
Satterfield,
Aye.
Whitfield,
Aye.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
Randolph.
Yes.
Governor's giving it away. Maybe we can have this up
The
out.
second item on the mayor's list here was replace Joanne Hart with Elaine Reed on the Loudon County Library Board. And that's in the form of a motion.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Whitfield to replace, Joanne Hart with Ellen Reed. Eileen Blewett, sorry.
I missed it twice.
We give them 3 opportunities to get it right.
Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
We might mention that the mayor's out tonight with a sore elbow. He's been doing rehab and stuff like that, so hopefully he'll get recuperated.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Commissioner Waller.
We discussed this at the workshop, so I'm gonna make a motion to require any parcel located in the city of Lenore City, Loudon, Greenback, Philadelphia, connecting to a county road, or any parcel located in a neighboring county connecting to a county road must receive approval from the Loudon County Planning Office before any connection is to be made.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Waller, seconded by Commissioner Shaver.
How are
Any
we,
fur,
how
what?
are we doing that now? What's the difference?
We have no idea what's connecting to a county road inside the cities. I just want this so we have an idea what's connecting to a county road. Right now, we have no idea.
Okay, can it be denied if,
If they don't meet the standards, correct, yes.
okay.
And I guess you might say, kinda right now, highway department, a little bit.
Well, the
maybe.
highway department's always supposed to be approving driveway permits, but obviously we're making regulation changes, and I don't expect them to keep up 100% of the time.
And Billy don't ever know what's going on in the other jurisdiction anyhow, whereas Jim will have a much better chance of knowing what's happening.
So is, Billy Pickle okay with this?
Yes, I talked to him today.
Any further discussion?
Does this mean existing or?
Any future developments,
Anything coming up.
yeah, if there's something that's already been applied for, or approved, no, but anything moving forward.
We've already approved the width of the road.
Yes.
That's all approved. This is why we were waiting. This
What will
was
be-
the second part.
What we'll take up at the next workshop is, will we make a procedure for allowing a developer to widen roads and bring them to standard? That's what we gotta take up at the next workshop.
Okay.
So we're getting it a little bit at a time, that'll be the next bucket.
I'm working on it as we speak.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Motion carried.
No,
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. All right. Okay. Aaron, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Okay, letter A is consideration of recommendation to approve buying credit card scanners for the county clerk in the amount of $11,300.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Shaver, to approve the credit card scanners for the county clerk's office.
And just for a quick update, I see Riley sitting back here, but when we got ready to do the new credit card, Tammy's sitting here too, got new credit card scanners for the new building. They don't interface with the old credit card scanners in the old building, which of course, that's what you expect, is that correct?
Yes, so the
So
chip,
now we gotta fix them all.
the security chip readers don't work out of the old ones, and the new ones that the languages don't speak, so that's the reason we need to upgrade. And so, that way we can be on the same page, and then also the new scanners have features that we want to add into the new office and pull that goes in the old, such as, being able to take signatures, e-signatures on documents and so forth. So, thank you.
After we vote, will you stand up and give us an update on the timeline for opening?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, call the roll, Tammy.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen,
Aye.
Satterfield,
Aye.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cohen,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yep.
Waller,
Aye.
Randolph,
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Motion
know?
carries.
Do we know when the office is opening?
That's what he's fixing, stand
He's
up
gonna
and tell
stand
us.
up and tell us.
That's the biggest mystery in Loudon County right now.
I
You
know.
can come up to the front for them too. So just to give an update with everybody, we've actually currently have I3 Verticals working there, working on our computers. They brought our printers in last week. We've got those set up. So we're getting real close to being finished with that. Mike's been in touch with me on a daily basis. IT's finishing the cameras in our security system. So we've got those pieces. Actually, Andy Disney just sent me a picture of the parking lot. He striped it today. So we're really close. So tentative date, I wanna say, is probably gonna be the 24th. If we can get in there faster, we do that. We still do not have the CO for the building. That is to come from, very soon. We had a few items that we needed to follow up on, and so that's where we're at on it. So, real close. Thank you for everybody's helping. Part of it. It's gonna be great for Loudon County and, in the near future. Thank you.
Did you say a date?
I said the 24th. The
24th of February.
24th.
We're not going to the 25th, the 24th, we're opening up.
There you go.
That'll make it 1 year since we bought the building.
There you go.
Okay.
Letter B is consideration of recommendation to approve an increase to contracts with government agencies for juvenile department in the amount of $7,000.
Make a motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
We got a motion by Commissioner Shaver.
I'll second.
We got a second by Commissioner Whitfield.
This is because we have to use Blount County's full-time juvenile detention facility, and we have one that's been there a while, gonna be there a while.
Yes.
That's a fair statement.
Yes, sir.
It's unfortunate, but that's the world we live in.
That's it. Okay, Tammy, call the roll.
Quillen,
Aye.
Satterfield,
Aye.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Shaver.
Yep.
Waller.
Aye.
Randolph.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
All right. Letter C is consideration of recommendation to approve purchasing furniture for the courthouse. So a portion of this would come out of county funds and a portion of this would come out of the insurance recovery money.
And we don't yet know how much from which, isn't that correct?
Well, yes, we have to know that in order to make the amendment.
But Matt and Lisa and Steve are working with the insurance company because if they put it all on the same line, we get more money for the insurance company, right?
So we got a portion up front, and based on the way that Matt has explained it to me, if they go line by line on the things that have been processed through the insurance company, there's a potential of getting some more back. It's part of a depreciation value on the back end.
And how much was that total amount we approved?
You know, you'd think I'd have that right here, and I am very sorry, I don't.
75?
No. So the amount,
7,500 or 75,000?
Oh, no, we're in the thousands, but it's not 75,000.
Total is 40.
I can't remember what it is. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So we're getting furniture, when are we gonna have people sitting in it?
April, the end of April. Big Mike guarantees it.
Guaranteed.
Stop in and see Big Mike first if he says April.
Since you're holding Riley to it, we're gonna hold you to that.
I don't have a thing to build a courthouse. Take that up to the elbow man over here. That's his job. It does look good though. Anybody that's not been able to see it lately, y'all go see it. It is,
Are you talking about the courthouse? or
yes, the courthouse.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. I would have never believed they could have got it back to the shape it's in, but it's something else.
so the amount that's coming out of the county funds is $76,628.
I thought that's what it was.
And the amount that's coming out of the insurance recovery funds is $94,244.
Is this gold-plated furniture with diamond knobs?
We've hit this real heavy already. It's just putting back the desks they had for desks and the chairs they had for chairs, and it's item for item supposedly. But they're not gonna replace a $200 desk. The insurance is gonna give you $100 for a $200 desk, and the desks now are $500, so the insurance company is working every penny they can work now. We're at the end of where they wanna be, and they're chiseling us for everything we're doing. I mean, they're not even paying our rent no more.
I can tell you, I just priced 20 tables and 40 chairs. And it was $17,000 something just for those utility tables.
Make them stand up, the cases will get over quicker.
Okay,
Oh man, that
Make a
puts us,
motion we approve.
okay, got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield to approve the purchasing of the furniture for the courthouse. Do I have a second?
I second it.
What do you do?
Bill James, Commissioner James seconded. Tammy, call the roll.
Let's see, Satterfield.
Cast my vote with an amazing, I can't believe it, yes.
Whitfield.
Yes.
Cullen.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Shaver.
Yep.
Waller.
Aye.
Randolph.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Dillon.
Aye.
I wanna come and sit in some of the furniture, I just wanna know what a
You can sit in all of
$75,000 piece, I sit in all of it, see what, if it feels any different.
Yeah.
Good golly.
Okay, letter D is consideration of recommendation to approve appropriating $244,608.12 from the opioid abatement funds as follows, which is,
I'd like, if I can stop you there just for a second, Mr. Chairman. Sheriff Davis is here, and I think he has his proposal, kind of what he is looking to do with some opioid funds, and if you guys can indulge me, give him the opportunity to speak on that matter.
Sheriff, tell us what you're gonna do with it. I
Right now,
wanna buy Belgian Malinois, but they won't allow us.
well, let's do things like that. Our basic purpose for this money is to, they call corrections for a reason, it's correct behavior. I know a lot of people don't like spending a lot of money on inmates, but our problem is if we don't, while we have a captive audience, so to speak, I think it's our responsibility to help aid those people to get back
where they can be a productive member of society. Because 90% of the individuals in our jail are local, they're from here, they're gonna get out of jail, they're gonna reoffend here. So if we kind of help them while we're, like I said, a captive audience, I think it's the best use for that money. Right now, I'm unsure of the exact direction we want to go with it, whether we want to do a lot more programs within our jail. Right now, we have a life skills class that we're teaching through Angelic Ministries comes in, and we've had 12 inmates that started the program, everything from how to build a wall, how to change a toilet with a light socket, change oil, change brakes on vehicles, kind of a vocational type based program. Our problem is at that time, a lot of the individuals that participated in that got out of jail. And only 2 were able to graduate the program, but it was a 10-week program and it was very successful. We're getting ready to start that again this spring with a group of, we'll try a female population and see how they do in the program to give them an opportunity as well. So whether it be continuing on programs like that, there's possibility looking into maybe hiring a part-time or full-time project manager for the jail, be a non-sworn position. That position will better use a lot of services that are already available. Needs assessment to certify peer recovery specialists, start National Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, things of that nature, celebrate recovery and bring those in behind the walls into the jail to hopefully get these individuals back where they can be a productive member of society. So we're going to focus, on prevention, try to utilize some of our funds. Maybe we already, everybody's heard of DARE. We now do LEADS, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence. That has already been taught at Philadelphia Elementary School and should be in Greenback School next year as well. It's replaced the DARE program. But if we can do education, which I think part of this money is going for the Boys and Girls Club, which I think is a great effort to try with education and prevention while they're young, before they get to us, and then we can start that process all over again and hopefully make these individuals, where they, once they get out, they get a better sense of where they need to be, and they won't reoffend, which is our biggest problem now.
I know that you don't have to answer this, but it'd be interesting to know at this day and age, what our recidivism rate is, and how many times do you get the same prisoner that comes
Most
in?
of the time.
Huh?
I'd say well over 50%, maybe 70%. And that's the problem. We want to get individuals in where this a program like this will do things for them, such as get their birth certificate, get their social security card, get their ID or driver's license, maybe start a work program. That's my idea for the future, start a work program. I've already got Del Conca has agreed to hire some of our inmate workers that they can make some money while they're in jail, pay off their fines and costs, which helps the other side of the house get their fines and costs paid, and put them in better positions once they're able to get out of jail than they were obviously when they came back in. So that's our goal, is to just give them a, not a handout, but a leg up, to try to help them re-enter our county.
So with, as you know, Sheriff, with this first funding had to be done, it was the $244,608.
Correct.
But there's over $1 million sitting in this account, and it's gonna be funded over the next 18 years.
Right.
I look forward to you coming up with some programs. I mean, my thoughts with a lot of that is it needs to run through our sheriff's department, it needs to run through our corrections facility. Other folks may have other opinions, but let you guys manage that and support and hopefully unoffend, I'm gonna say unoffend inmates where they can join society and be a part of this community.
And what we're looking to do is implement evidence-based programs that will help them do that, things that have happened and have been successful in other areas of our country and state. Put those in ours because we want them, as you say, not to reoffend and get back into society. And it's gonna be a process, year after year, we'll be able to do more. Even start a vocational type thing out there where we've got some grants hopefully coming up to the Department of Justice we're gonna look at applying for, and that can be up to $2 million, and it can broaden your scope of what you're able to spend this money on. So mainly this, what I've read, is basically for education, prevention, recovery, and other treatment strategies that we can use to hopefully to to better our inmate population.
Perfect. So hopefully we'll get to spend a lot more time together and come up with some programs
I appreciate
and
that.
figure out how to move forward.
Yes, sir, I appreciate that.
One of the things, just probably for the well of everybody here, folks watching, folks that don't know. This is money that's coming from all of the pharmaceuticals that have been sued all over the country for dispensing opioids. I don't understand any of it. All I know is it trickles down to us. I saw there was another big settlement just this past week that said Tennessee would be receiving millions more from that one. So when it comes down, they throw so many restrictions on it that right now we don't even have like programs set up unless it's, as Bill says, just say no to drugs, and we know how much that helps. That doesn't do anything. It would be great if the money could be used where it's needed. If we could buy police cars, police dogs, police vests. I mean, that's where you need the money, but you can't use it for that. We've got to use it for social program type things. The danger of it is, and Gary said that, it does have a time limit on it. Someday it will run out. And if you start a permanent program of any kind now, and in how many years that is, it runs out, then either the program goes away or somebody has to pick it up and carry it on. And according to what it is at that time, it could be an expensive type program. So that's the danger of starting a recurring program that then you're stuck with the sheriff department having to do, or the county commissioner, or the city council, whoever had to pay for it. So we need to go into it very cautiously that way. I just wish we could use it where we really could use it.
From that aspect, I think that's more of an enforcement cost, which is obviously granted and needed. I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah.
But I think it goes to the point of treatment and strategies to, once we get them in our facility, take care of them where they don't do it anymore once they get out.
There's enough money gonna be coming from this that we could do it all. We had a running thing in the budget committee. Green County said phooey to the state of Tennessee, we're gonna use the money how we want to. We're gonna
get back the money they'd already
That's right.
spent.
We've already spent money on all this opioid stuff. We're gonna give our sheriff's department everything they need to the opioid. The ladies told us, you can't do that. Green County's gonna be in trouble. I don't know how that worked out for Green County, but I love their plan. They were,
And that's my fear, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're fine.
But my fear is a lot of these programs are gonna pop up. They're gonna try to do some things and they're going away. And I think that's why it's so important to put this through our sheriff's department. Let them manage this thing.
Are you saying give millions, $5, $10, $20 million to the sheriff's department?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I can't get there yet. Let's see what else options come up.
And let them manage it, let them deal with the comptrollers and let them run their program.
Just a question, I wasn't here and I apologize for missing the meetings, but where did this list come from?
What's the name of them?
Who decided that these were going?
These were recommendations by the budget committee.
Oh.
And the reason that they did this at this meeting is because these particular funds have to be appropriated by the end of February. They don't have to be spent, but they have to be appropriated.
We didn't know that we had this deadline coming up on us still.
And I just asked Gary here to the side, and again, I apologize for not being there, but it seems like the drug testing programs for high school student athletes would be an awesome place to spend money.
It could be.
Would qualify?
I don't know whether or not it qualifies.
You talk about, here's an instance where you may have kids on the fence that want to, but because they're involved in, and it's not just any extracurricular activity in school.
Right.
This might keep them from going across the fence. I've thought about this and, it just
You're the
dawned on
chairman of
me.
the committee.
It just dawned on me, I thought, golly, boom, you talk about prevention. I mean, that is right at the forefront of taking money and instituting drug test programs in the county schools through the athletic department. That's a lot of kids that go through.
But do you open the door for lawsuits for,
No.
they say, I'm an athlete, but
We did
No,
that. We
no,
did that at one
you're
time.
not. I'm drug tested, you're not.
Monroe County has it, Greene County has it, there's a lot of counties and city systems that do it, it's been to the court, it's been tested, it has withstood the court cases. I just, I've been looking at something to get ahead of, instead of waiting until they are drug addicted or have drug problems, is to kind of cut them off at the pass. And that seems like an awesome opportunity to help kids keep from becoming involved in drugs. I just need to know, who do we contact to see if that's,
I'll check. So you're asking, is it allowable to use these funds to test for team sports, drug test team sports?
well, some schools is, in order to be, is, you could do the band, you could do cheerleaders, you could do football players.
Teachers.
All that, yeah, it's, athletic teams, if, the money could be used to perform. Like I said, some of the, like in Monroe County, I spent 7 years there, they do it twice a year. But you don't, it's all by lottery draw, so you don't,
Random.
it's all random. You can't say, well, I think old Joe over there needs to be tested, and you go test him. But, because of the cost, it would be better if you could include more, if the number of
You
tests.
have to call, it's called, UT Smart, I believe what it's called, it's the governing body over this program. And you have to call and give them your, like, same thing I did here, I did with them last week. They basically have to approve what you're gonna do with these funds. At least have to have a plan in place.
Of course, the thing about it is, this would have to be something that the Loudon County School Board and the Lenore City School Board would have to approve.
We did that at one time, and I don't know if they still do it, but we did random testing of athletes.
It's, like I said, in Monroe, I liked it. Like I said, in 7 years there, I had 2 kids.
To go back down to your original question, we just found out before the last budget committee meeting that we had this 200 and whatever thousand that we had to vote on tonight. We couldn't wait. There's millions more coming. There's much more there. This is what we had to do or lose it this meeting tonight. So this is just kind of what we put together on the fly.
Well, I'd like to.
And plus, there's
that's
another
fine.
round
I
coming,
just-
right, Aaron?
I would like,
This particular set of funds is the abatement funds, and it's gonna hit every single year at this time of the year that you will have to have the funds appropriated, because that's within 2 years of the mayor signing the agreement.
Is it different amounts? It's about every March.
Yes.
It comes down and the amount will decrease every year for the next 16 years.
It's just the amount that they.
So, Aaron, I need to make one change, to this. Do I need to do that now?
You can.
Okay, so I wanted to change, we have, item 3 on this, 100,000 for treatment of incarcerated population. And then we had 19,608.12 for the purchase of Narcan. We were able to get, Sheriff Davis was able to secure, Narcan through a grant. So I wanted to change, item 3 to $119,608.12 for the treatment of incarcerated population.
Is that in form of a motion?
That's in form of a
Second.
motion.
discussion. The Narcan, that is for the county deputies and boards that carry, that work.
Correct.
Do our current school population, our schools, I know we have SRO officers, that seems to me like that ought to be one of the very necessary places where Narcan is at, and.
Our deputies have it at the schools.
Do they
We keep it in our desk, even in the office, because there's.
What is the shelf life of the Narcan?
I don't know right offhand, but it does expire.
Couple of years.
Travis, you know it offhand?
2 years, Travis?
Generally,
2 years.
I think it's 2.
It's 2 years. 2 years.
So,
Jimmy knew that. He didn't have to ask nobody.
so all of our SRO officers have it.
Correct, every deputy that we have.
They have it in
We
their
some
office in
desk.
school, in their office.
They should have it in their desk in the schools. A lot of them carry it on their person for.
Would that be something that would be located in, say, in the school, clinic? Or would it be strictly the deputies'
I'm
control?
not sure what the school does. I know on our behalf, the deputies are provided with Narcan.
Who makes the call on that? Like at high school A, and got a kid they think drug problem, who decides to use the Narcan?
Administered. There's no effects of it. It doesn't affect in any way negatively. So if we have somebody that's down that we even think or possibly could be,
So are your employees trained for that kind of, to make that call?
yes,
Okay. Sorry I sidetracked us, guys. That's what happens when you play hooky from me.
Yeah, that's all right.
Gary, did you make a motion to approve D 123 with your amendment?
Can I interrupt? Do have a representative from the Boys and Girls Club, if he wants to speak and tell you what he's going to do.
I bet he doesn't. He spoke at the budget meeting, told us what he's gonna do.
You wanna speak?
Sure.
By the way,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Google
Sheriff.
here says
Thank you,
that
Sheriff.
one
Jimmy,
set of Narcan lasts 3 years,
For me.
and the other kind lasts 4 years.
Would you do that?
So, Jimmy, I'm trying to,
I'm sorry.
Narcan's 3 years and 4 years, according to Google guy.
Everything on the internet.
Measles, foreign, and real.
Wiki, look at our Wikipedia.
No, thank you, Commissioner Quillen. We're, already doing these programs that are approved by the state for this opioid fund. We, currently have the at-risk population, and I love treatment, but getting them young, getting them educated, the ones that are at risk, the families, the youth. So we're going to continue the Smart Moves and Healthy Lifestyles programs that we talked to the state. They're approved, they're evidence-based. You're gonna be thrilled with the reporting that you get from the outcomes that we get, but we're also gonna expand that. And these programs that we have master's level social workers that come down and refer and meet with these kids and these families and can put them in a better situation. We're also gonna do some, community outreach with these funds. I've requested that we start the program July 1, so we can expand the existing programs that we have and really hit a home run with it. So from July 1 to June, we will double the size of our program, and you'll be very, very happy with it.
Good.
Thank you.
I second Mr. Whitfield's motion to approve
I
these.
already
Thank
seconded.
you.
Well,
What
then-
all did you make a motion on?
Hold on. We got a
Everything-
motion to move 19,608.12 to the 100,000 by Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. There's money involved, call the roll.
Or is it for the whole
I
244,000?
think the only way you can do it is to do 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Do them all together?
Well, we gotta move the money first.
We gotta move your money.
All right, go ahead.
Oh,
Okay, so Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen,
yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yep.
Waller,
Aye.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen,
Aye.
Satterfield.
Yes.
With the money moved, I'll make a motion to approve 1 through 4.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver.
Well, it'll be 1 through 3, sorry.
One,
One
three.
through three.
Yes.
I marked 4 off just now.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver to move 1 through 3,
To approve.
seconded by
Waller.
Commissioner Waller. Any further discussion? Call the roll.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yep.
Waller,
Aye.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins, Quillen,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Whitfield.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Tammy, you never responded.
What was your answer?
I do for 2 out of the 3. I can't say that I would for all 3 of them.
Vote no.
Oh, no.
So you're voting no?
I guess so.
Okay.
Okay.
We can
It's
go
not that I
back.
don't support all of them, I just don't support one of them.
Okay.
Does that mean we need to go back and do individual vote?
I don't need to.
No.
It passed.
I'll make a motion to approve E and F if we're done with the last ones together.
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Waller for E and F. Any further discussion? Tammy, call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yep.
Waller,
Aye.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen,
Aye.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Whitfield,
Hey, Jimmy,
Cullen.
Yes.
you gotta
Okay,
go?
motion carries.
I'll call you, go ahead. I'll
Maybe
call you.
better if I go, yes, sir.
I'll call you.
I would like to say something in regards to the opioid funds, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, what Jimmy was talking about is that we are sending this information to the SMART initiative to make sure that everything is okay as far as the abatement council's ruling on how the funds have to be used. One thing that they recommended is that, the county requires some type of reporting from the agencies. So if the commission is okay with that, we'll wait on dispersing any of these funds until we can bring it up in the next budget committee meeting and maybe get some type of reporting from the agencies that are receiving the funds.
That is smart.
No problem.
And I agree with Aaron. I think we need some accountability. I mean, we've heard from two of the entities, but we need accountability of how these funds are going to be spent and what results we have from the programs that they're gonna put in place. And I'd like to see a committee formed going forward. Like you said, there's other things out there that we may wanna consider.
The committee has already been set up. Commissioner Satterfield is the chairman of that committee. There's just no other members.
Well, but I
How do you
think-
get a better committee than one?
I know, you don't, but unless you argue with
It's
yourself.
almost as good as the ad hoc committee.
Yeah.
But I think we need accountability and
Yes.
to these, like Aaron said, there's gotta be something in place, to where we know how it's being spent.
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense. And the women from the SMART initiative, that's what they recommended, and that makes sense. The mayor was on board with that, and so as long as everybody's good, it's not like I'm going in and writing a check tomorrow. So,
I think it's like when you, like building.
So we can hold off on checks as long as they're
Committed.
well, yeah, the funds just have to be appropriated. They don't have to be spent. We have another 2 years before the funds have to be spent. But they have to be appropriated by March 1st.
When would, like, these checks be cut to these different organizations?
Well, like, with the Boys and Girls Club, they've already requested to wait until the next fiscal year because that's when they'll have their program set up. Now, I have not spoken with Beauty for Ashes as far as when they would be requesting the funds, but I would wait until the budget committee has talked about some type of reporting to see what would be required prior to making a disbursement. And I mean, I would probably get that from the sheriff's department also. He is in contact with the SMART initiative himself, so he's getting one-on-one guidance on how he can spend his money. But
But I still think he needs to report it back to us, though.
well, it makes sense for all the
Yeah,
reports.
I think anyone who's taking this money from the county.
Are
should
you
report back
going are we actually going to cut a check and send them a check, or are they going, like we do other projects, submit bills to you to be paid out of the money we've appropriated for it? You know, if we've got, if we've given somebody $100,000, we've got it on the books, but they've got to send, you debit their $100,000 as they send in the request for payment.
Well, see, those stipulations were not made clear when we did this at the last budget meeting.
Oh, I'm just asking, would that be something?
Well, that's one of the things that would need to be discussed and decided on, is what are you gonna require for the agencies to submit, or for the sheriff to submit prior to actually making disbursements. Now, the sheriff, because he's one of our departments, you know, he would have access to the funds probably a little bit quicker than the agencies would. But, that's something that would need to be decided.
So it could be several more months.
It could be.
I don't think the whole big organization, we had the two ladies come to the budget committee, I don't think they're real sure how to do this. I think everybody's, I mean, this all is, basically it's just a big windfall of billions of dollars falling into the state of Tennessee's lap and other states, and everybody's just trying to scramble and figure out how we're gonna do it. It's my understanding that the Tennessee district attorneys are who have developed the organization that came up with the regs, the guidelines, the rules. And I just think everybody's way out in front. The money's rolling, but nobody's quite got figured out exactly how to administer it, who gets what the regs are. But when you read that big old sheet they gave us, it's something else to read.
It'd be better if it was just if it was more black and white.
Oh,
Yes, no,
absolutely.
said,
It's not.
yeah, these are some things that
Yeah.
you can do,
Exactly.
but that, I think it is, but it's ambiguous to me.
It's very ambiguous. Greene County, I'm still holding out for Greene County.
Yeah, come on, Greene County.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I'm
you
like
get
you all.
charged
If you
back
got
if you
somebody
do it.
that says we're gonna do drug prevention, What is that?
Yeah.
Show us what you're gonna do.
It's
I think
not
Sheriff
free.
Davis had a lot of really good ideas, and I'm kinda in line with Commissioner Whitfield on, it might be the best thing to let the sheriff's department handle it.
All of it?
I think you're gonna have a bunch of fly-by-night programs pop up.
You gonna come in here and
I
watch
think the
here.
board's
I don't think
gonna
we
be-
have to give any fly-by-night program
But
any
I
money.
think that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have a bunch of fly-by-night
Hey.
programs pop up here.
The committee will handle it. Committee of one.
And they're gonna fly in and fly out.
To me, it's established programs in our county
I think so.
that have been here, Boys Club, Sheriff's Department, over here. I would be I don't know that my support would go out to anybody that's new or we don't know about.
I'm agreeing
It would
with
have to be organizations that are long-standing, that are part of the county, and have that are going to make an effort to work in the drug effort here to stem the problems there. But, yeah, and you're right, there's money out there.
They're coming.
They'll come, but I think we just need to limit it.
Will they charge us back if it's wrong?
Well.
Don't know
yeah.
that either.
That's another treat.
Actually, now, they have told us, like, originally, I believe it was in the original budget, in the opioid funds, there was an appropriation for vehicles for the sheriff's department. And the women from the SMART initiative said that if you spend the money in that way, that you then have to do a report to Brown and Greer, which are the lawyers that settled these funds, to explain why you're spending it in a way that's not approved by the abatement council.
You remember when the ARPA money come out, it had so many strings on it, we were just gonna send it back. We had no utilities, we didn't have anything to do with it. And then as time went on, well, it got a little less, and it got a little less, they said, oh heck, just spend it on whatever you want to.
But,
Maybe opioid will get there.
well, but keep in mind, that was federal, that was a federal
I
grant.
understand,
This was a lawsuit.
I understand.
This is not a grant, so.
Mr. Chairman, are we caught up? If we are, I'll make a motion to approve 1 through 8 in the, Budget Committee recommendations.
Second. I think we already voted
I
on
thought we already voted on
We
it.
did that.
You approved letter F, which includes 1 through 8.
Well, if it got them all, then we're good.
Okay, but there
did that already?
is one additional item that needs to be addressed.
Oh,
I'm very
Aaron.
sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, so under number 8, General Capital Projects Fund 171, there were recommendations by capital projects. And there was one particular recommendation by capital project that was not recommended by the budget committee, but I felt the need to say that, so that if you want to pass that recommendation, you would need to appropriate those funds, because they're not included in here. Okay, and that, recommendation by capital projects was for $36,680 to install a fire alarm monitoring system at the records building. Now, since it was not recommended by the budget committee, it is not appropriated. So if you wanna pass that recommendation, now would be the time to do that.
Is there any kind of fire security for that building?
No.
I don't know the answer to that.
Do we have, has it got sprinklers, has it got alarms, has it got?
No. It's $37,000 for a fire monitoring system, Bill, is what it is. We discussed it, budget, capital project sent it to us. I think there was one capital project member, if I would know, but the budget committee said, nah.
I mean, just like here, wouldn't you think that building should have fire protection? I mean,
I think you can call ADT.
$37,000, not
well, I'm not talking about, I mean, if we don't have anything, we need to get something in place, so don't we?
But
Well,
for
it's all in
$37,000,
fireproof.
I mean, that was my opinion, call ADT. Have them go in there and wire it, put a smoke alarm in it. I mean, we talk about, oh, we need to monitor this thing so we can get somebody there quick. My God, the courthouse
What do
is
we
next
need,
door.
Bill?
I've done spoke my piece on it. I think we need it, but just for the fact that there's a lot of paper in there.
What about ADT? Like you said, there's gotta be cheaper options.
If I'm not mistaken, and you all, I mean, we talked about it at the capital projects. It's already the company, we're already paying this company to monitor everything in the county. So is it gonna cost more to switch monitoring systems?
But I asked the question, who determined this company at $37,000 to do other buildings, and nobody can answer that question? Well, we don't know who did it.
Yeah, that was before my time.
Before my time. I mean, 30, and
So, I mean-
that's not even the fee to monitor, that's just to put the equipment
If
in.
that building caught fire, it would be a great risk for that whole block.
Well, if the building side it caught fire, that would be a great risk for the whole block.
I look at it, I got 20-something guys that I have to put their life in danger to go to that building. So I want the earliest notification I can get. So I look at it totally different, so.
Make a motion.
I just wanted to make sure that it was mentioned, just in case you wanted to.
I don't.
You know, capital projects approved it, budget didn't. I wanna give the opportunity to everybody to have a vote. I make a motion, we approve it.
I'll second it.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner
You need to
Randolph.
decide where you're getting the money from. Put that with your motion.
Capital project.
That's her.
But you gotta tell her where to get it.
Capital project.
So your motion will be to appropriate the funds from.
From capital
Capital
projects.
project.
I gotta, hold on, Peter.
Capital Projects Fund, sub-fund 025.
Why,
Yeah.
yeah, it's one building. What other buildings in the county don't have this, and what other cheaper options are there? We need to do a little more research on this.
There's a motion on the floor.
Let's
Okay.
just take a vote.
Bill, were you second on that?
It was
No, I did,
Rosemary.
It was Rosemary.
Mr. Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins, okay.
it's in my code.
Commissioner Jenkins. Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Randolph, seconded by Commissioner Jenkins to approve or discuss the fire monitoring system in the records building.
Do we have this service in our other county buildings? And who does it?
Same company.
Some buildings, some don't.
Yeah, somehow.
I don't think the county office building has
It
this.
does not.
Is this to discuss it or approve it?
Approve it.
Okay,
Approve or just.
sorry, just need
Well,
to make sure I understand.
It's obvious we definitely gonna need some more conversation. If it doesn't pass, let's have more conversation. If it pass, it's done. Let's just
What
do
do
a
I
vote
need
and
to
go.
do to add it to to make a motion to table it and refer it to the next
Already got a
workshop
motion.
There's
meeting?
already a motion on the
Already
table.
motion and
Is there any
second.
motion?
If it don't pass, well, it's going back.
Okay. I just think it needs a little more
Mm-hmm.
discussion. We need something.
All right.
Need it.
Call the roll, Tammy.
So, hold on one second. So we voted on F, items 1 through E and F combined. Now this is,
Number,
this excluded.
It's made up.
This is a separate item.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
number
separate. Okay, I'm
9.
just making
Like
sure.
F9.
Okay.
We're not really sure how this got to the floor.
yeah.
Because it was a recommendation by Capital Projects.
So we bring
even
all
though it was
denied
not.
capital project recommendations to full commission?
Let's vote. I gotta go to Hickory Creek.
Okay, are we ready to vote?
Call the roll.
It was
Shaver?
discussed at
No.
workshop, wasn't it?
Waller,
No.
Randolph,
It was discussed.
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen,
Aye.
Satterfield,
Pass.
Whitfield,
No.
Cullen,
No.
Morrison,
Yes.
5 to 5.
5 to 5.
Actually, it's 4 to 5. You gotta pass.
Pass.
You had to pass.
So, sorry.
Now, don't misunderstand.
Bring it back to capital projects. Get us some other alternatives.
I don't care what's
No,
in
you have to
it.
have 6 to pass.
I just wanna know
Yeah.
the amount.
You were yay, right?
Yeah.
That's 6 yays.
Thought we did.
Satterfield was a pass.
Satterfield passed.
It's fine.
You can't get 5 and 6 out of 10.
It was 6-4.
Us
What?
four were yes. He was
Is
yes.
5 yes, 4 no,
Everybody
1
else was,
abstain.
How
no.
many yeses?
How much calorie?
So for the yeses, it was Randolph,
He
James,
passed.
Jenkins, Quillen, Morrison. Noes were Shaver, Waller, Whitfield and Cullen, and Satterfield passed.
Get the capital projects group together, find out why all these questions have been asked, and come back with either the same or a
Well,
different
and
recommendation.
like I said, I look at it totally different, but I know the fire load that's gonna be in that building. And the
Health and
fire load,
safety.
the BTUs, all that will put off if it catches on fire, will not only burn that building, it'll get across the street, it'll get behind it, it'll get on the other side of the street, that we may not be able to stop.
But And the only thing I'm saying, I don't disagree with you.
Cause Van stuffed it full of paper.
My
There's not as
business,
much there as y'all might think.
my business at Sugarland, for $350, they put the security system in with 5 smoke detectors. And for $110 a month, they monitored it.
And I'm okay with that.
This is
I mean,
36,
I didn't
I could
even-
go 6 years.
I didn't even wanna talk about it,
I
but
just,
None of us did, thank you, Aaron. That wasn't as bad as I.
Aaron's fault.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to clarify my vote. We need to do something for that building.
Don't disagree.
But
I don't
I'm
disagree
like
either.
Gary, if we can get the same service from ADT at a better rate than we can get for $37,000 for one building.
It might be time to look at all the other buildings, see if there's a better option, since nobody knows anything about any of it.
Motion failed,
I'm
did
not,
not get 6 yeses.
I'm not against something
Next.
else. I just want something.
Yeah, what else you gonna bring up, Aaron? Come on, throw something else out here, nobody.
3 years ago, we got our projects denied.
Yeah.
Okay, letter
Find
G
out how
is
many of our
distribution of the following reports, which is
Hold
the
on,
approved
over
budget
here.
committee minutes and the summary financial reports. They were included in the packet that you received from Ms. Walker or posted online. I'm finished, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Wow.
How about asking Commissioner James if the Loudon City Fire Department would do a cursory inspection of our county buildings and find out which ones have.
We know the fire chief.
That's all I'm
We can get
saying.
that done.
I think that'd
Yeah,
be,
we got pretty good.
I'll be,
input from
and I
that.
can probably already tell you, cause we pre-plan every building in the city. So I can probably tell you the ones that don't, just by looking it up, so.
Okay.
we're gonna do this.
Mr. Chairman,
Piecemeal it.
because I can't talk with Gary and Bill down there talking. I can't
I'm
do it.
sorry.
Hold on.
He's catching up, he's catching
Hey,
up.
now you know what we feel like on this
Don't
end.
miss
from
no
that
more
end.
workshops, don't miss no more workshops. Because Mr. Waller over here has a conflict of interest and his name is on the notary list.
No.
There you go.
I'm doing it for him tonight, and I don't, I feel uncomfortable because I don't know if he's worthy of a notary or not. But I will make a motion to approve the bonds and notaries on his behalf.
Second.
Seconded.
He's one of the more notorious people.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner James to approve the bonds and notaries. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I abstain.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second?
All in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
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 Okay.
That's 30 minutes we'll never get back in our lives.
Yeah.
And that's just mine. That's just to put the equipment.
County commission. Oh. You got it?
I'm telling you, we might have
Fair enough.
I gotta talk to him. Not about that.
Rosemary. That was right, so fast.